Hello everyone, I'm Chanchui Khayi, Miss Spring 2019. My heartfelt greetings to the people of Manipur, who in times of global pandemic of Covid-19 has been facing a lot of pain and sufferings. I pray to the Almighty God to deliver all of us from this deadly, novel coronavirus. In times of this global pandemic, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Shri Biren Singh are walking an extra mile to stop the spread of this deadly virus, where it has affected at least 171 nations across the globe. India is under lockdown and curfew has been imposed across the length and breadth of the country, while making all efforts 24/7 to save the citizens from this infection. We should be thankful, and their commitment deserves the highest praise. We also salute our doctors and frontline health workers who are risking their lives to save others. It is indeed a humane sacrifice. I, on my own behalf and on behalf of the Indigenous Foundation, the organization whom I represent by virtue of being the reigning Queen of Miss Spring, take this privilege to highlight certain grievances to the elected representatives of our very own people and stakeholders of our society, starting from Honorable CMs, Ministers, MPs, MLAs, councillors, NGO, churches, and well-wishers. Firstly, many of our beloved brothers and sisters who are studying outside the state, working in different sectors, organized and unorganized, have been adversely affected by this pandemic disease. While returning home in Manipur, some have been stranded in airports, railways, bus stations of different places. Meanwhile, they have been a victim of racial discrimination and harassment in their everyday lives. The state government may initiate necessary steps to bring home all those stranded and affected, struggling to come home. Secondly, in times of total lockdown and imposition of CRPC Section 144 across the country, majority populace of the villages where 70% live from hand to mouth is worst hit with no avenues to earn livelihood and the non-availability of essentials in their vicinity. Our approaches to the crisis relating COVID-19 should not be seen only from the perspective of towns and cities, where facilities are much better off with better connectivity and communication. Therefore, the state government is urged to kindly set up relief and grievances cell at the village level. Thirdly, in many homes across the state, there are destitute children, women, the aged, the mentally and physically challenged, and the HIV affected, etc., who are in need of the special care and attention. Almost all these homes which give shelter and care are now facing shortage of food and basic necessities. I am deeply pained to learn all these sufferings and pray the authorities kindly identify and extend necessary humanitarian assistance. My humble appeal to all the concerned citizens and responsible people, particularly the elected representatives, to do more for humanity in times of grave situation. The people are suffering and dying, and they are in need of help from the people in power. I feel the MPs, MLAs, and ADC members, etc., should extend more help with their fund for all of us. Our respected NGOs, churches, and well-wishers, among others, let us also chip in from what we can, from what and how much our benevolent God, the Provider, has arranged and blessed us all. My beloved citizens of Manipur, the nationwide lockdown and imposition of CRPC Section 144 is for the greater good of our country. So let us in all earnest show our deep respect and honor for the measures taken by our government. I believe our sincere prayers and our responsible leaders and representatives and well-wishers will surely do what they must ought to do for the greater cause of humanity. Thank you.